Texas Memorial Stadium. Today, conference bragging rights on the line in this SEC Big Ten clash. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Longhorns will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And that's why you hold your breath every single time this guy catches the football. That's a short, easy completion. He's so dangerous after the catch, David, and he shows you the wheels, taking it all the way to the house.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to point out, how about the QB play? Getting the ball out right where he can catch the football and use his speed and playmaking ability after it, and he shows you, man. That's why he's dangerous. That's why this offense is always one play away from getting to the house.
Hits inside, it's Smothers. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Manning buying time to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Out wide left, it's Wingo. He stopped. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Manning from the gun on third down. And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. At the 45 on his way. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that's the money down, man. Fourth down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, one of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hotter.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Texas Longhorns. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Checking in with the Michigan head coach pregame, he has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Longhorns kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Firing to the right, complete. There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
How about it, RD? What a start. You want to come out and say, I'm going to be aggressive. We're going to take shots. We're going to make big plays. Look no further than the first play of the game. What a start.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Makes a grab past the marker. Got enough space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And they talked about it coming into this game, guys. They were going to be aggressive. They had an opportunity. Could have kicked a field goal? Absolutely not. Hammer down, they stay aggressive, and they strike first in this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Pulls and fires complete. At the 35, he's open. Makes the grab in their space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Quarterback keeps it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Here comes the heat. Has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Texas. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you could string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Looking down the middle. Right on the money. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Here's Underwood. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Right side, it's Townsend. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Longhorns in the hurry up. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Left side, it's Wingo. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
when you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Out wide right, it's Winston. Turning it on! Touchdown, Longhorn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Underwood. Fires to the tight end. Still running at the 40. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Again, it's Underwood. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Well, the head coach is looking real smart after gambling for it there on 4th and short in field goal range, but he trusts his quarterback to go to the right place with the football. Huge play now setting up 1st and goal.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Swamped immediately.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points. The extra point here would tie the game. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Throwing Manning. Out wide left, it's Wingo. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Moving out to the right. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Making the adjustment on the play. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Here's Arts to throw. Right side, it's Wingo. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Looking for the marker. Stuff, stop, no chance. This defensive line won the battle, and they got the football back with a 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Long way to go on 2nd down. Here's Underwood to throw. They're all over him. Finds his big tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for running room. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm. Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different and give this offense something to think about.
Quick give. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah,
snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And he's not going to take the touchback. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Arch Madness. He wants to go deep. He's got it down the left side. Open spaces. Touchdown, Texas. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Throwing, Underwood. Out wide right, it's Marsh. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Moves the pocket. It's Underwood. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
The Wolverines, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. And his throw is incomplete. Second and long here. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Rush right in his face. Left side is Hansen. Breaks into the open. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Bryce Underwood to the air again. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And he finds this guy again on the outside. I tell you what, man, like just that's the matchup down here in this part of the field. You find your guy that you trust and you get him the football. He does the rest. I tell you what, I thought he was going to score for a second and get in, but now set up with this offense, first and goal in a great situation.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolverines. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. To throw, Manning. He's going to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's lead off with the Nevada Wolfpack taking on the Troy Trojans. And it's Nevada sneaking out of here with an upset victory. And have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the top 25.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Arch is going to throw for it. Right side, it's Lockett. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Manning. On the move. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
This time he's got his man.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. Out wide left, it's Winston. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Manning with the play fake. Moving to his left. Unleashes one. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you could tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Fourth down, Manning. Out wide right, it's Townsend. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the 2nd effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
They'll run it. It's Smothers. Maybe some headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And, man, that's just something you don't want to see a lot of as a defense, man. You don't want that running back getting to the 2nd level where your defensive backs now have to make plays. Those guys are paid to cover. And, yes, they are paid to cover wide receivers, to make sure that they don't get open, not to make tackles consistently. So the defensive line, the linebackers, got to do a better job stopping this run.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively.
Touchdown, Longhorn! And they take it in for 6 more points. methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Handoff from the gun. Crosses the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. Touchdown, Michigan! They take the lead here in the second half.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Makes the quick grab.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Running inside. It Smothers. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, I want to be a team that can run the football and be physical, especially on 2nd and inches, buy myself some space, coming out of my own territory. The defense met the physical challenge. Now 3rd and inches, this offense needs to be more physical.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Manning to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Pass to 6. There he goes. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And a lot of times on these play sheets, the offensive coordinators, man, they go, who do I want to get the ball to? How can I get him the ball? And sometimes when the space cramps down here in the red zone, how do you feature your guy? Nice job. Getting a little touch pass, getting him on the edge, letting him get some positive yards. He almost got in the end zone for the 2nd time there.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Changing the routes with his receivers. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Right down the middle. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Fourth down, Manning. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Touchdown, Texas. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback flexibility to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the ground game. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll ride him again. Powers through the defender. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country, and his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. They'll need a bunch on second down. Underwood rushes on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Flush to the left. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play can...
They'll have a first down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. To the air, it's Underwood. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Here's Underwood to throw. And they can't make the play on third down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Might as well give it to him again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Well, this is the point of the game in the fourth quarter where turnovers matter so much. The defense knows if they can just find a way to steal a possession, they're giving themselves an opportunity to win it, and they do it right there. Physical play, you see the speed, and they're able to create the TO.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Underwood. Look out. Unloads in the nick of time.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
We knew this crowd would make its presence felt, and they are doing so in a big spot. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. It's complete to the right. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I love when offenses see defenses and read them. Nice job. Defenses sitting back on 3rd and long, playing soft coverage. Get the ball to your playmaker. Let him do the rest. Nice job seeing it. Nice job executing by this offense.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Handoff again. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. 4th down, Underwood. Right side, it's Buchanan. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Makes the grab. Brings into the open. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. New set of downs after the completion. Here's Manning to throw. He'll get rid of it. Out wide right, it's Wingo. Oh, what a caught. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Tough run here. It's Smothers. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.